Hi Pisces, happy birthday and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-March 2025 love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's why I call it a bridge in the gap spread. And the way it works is I look at the past, present, future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get to all that, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight. And that's in the bridge in the gap that then comes into play. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot. On the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel it's the way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Four of Coins. So this is actually a Capricorn energy here, and if we look at the facial expression, it doesn't necessarily look all that happy, right? And then we see a figure in the background there, but it doesn't look like they're physically in the room with this person. So what I'm getting with this could just be saying that in the past you might have actually been holding back feelings for this person, right? You might have tried to shift your focus to other areas of life. But even in doing so, you might have still found this person popping up into your thoughts. And I feel like just looking at the facial expression there, you probably weren't even happy about that, right? So for some of you, this does point to there might have been some kind of a split between the two of you in the past, and that's why there might have been hard feelings in that regard. For you, if there wasn't something along those lines as far as hard feelings, it could even just be saying that, even if you were just trying to distract yourself from thinking about this person, it might have been more difficult than you would have liked. All right, past energy on their side, we have the Two of Swords. So this is Libra energy here, and if we look at the artwork, it looks like there's a wrap around the heart, right, with the swords there. So it could just be saying that this could be an indicator that they were healing from heartbreak as well. But at the same time, I feel like this is saying that they weren't necessarily expressing that hurt was there. It might have been obvious to some people, right? But as far as them directly expressing it through communicating, that seems a little less likely. Now, for some of you, this could just also be saying that if it wasn't directly related to you, maybe you weren't aware of this, but, when you cross paths with this person, they might have been recovering from a heartbreak. So if you're wondering maybe if it didn't seem like they were giving as much energy to the connection, that might have been a reason why. All right, present energy on your side, we have the King of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy here. If we look at the artwork here, if I can get that to focus, there we go. Look at their facial expression, their body language, the back's turned to the cards on the side, right? To me, this says that you still have those feelings for this person, but again, it looks like there's a resistance on your part to communicate those feelings, or possibly even communicate with them at all. Present energy on their side, we have the Nine of Cups. So to me, this says that ultimately they do view you in a positive way, right? They do value the connection between the two of you. But what does stand out to me here is, for one, we do see their backs turned to the energy on your side as well. And then we also see the Mask energy. So it could just be saying that even if they do feel that way, it seems unlikely that they are expressing that. So really, the two of you could be on the same page in that regard, as far as, there seems to be a lack of communicating feelings between the two of you. So whether there was a falling out, or this is just two people feeling each other out but not expressing feelings yet, it looks like the two of you are really reluctant to express feelings right now. All right, future energy on your side, we have Love. So this is the equivalent of the Lovers in traditional tarot. It is a Gemini energy. So yeah, could just be saying that as we move into the future. Now, for some of you, it might take as long as getting to Gemini season, which would be toward the end of May, but doesn't necessarily have to mean that for everyone. But yeah, it could just be saying that as time goes on, you might actually find your feelings for this person growing. And not only that, we do see two people finally facing each other, right? So it could also just be saying that if there was some resistance around those feelings, it looks like that resistance will fade away. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Ace of Swords. So some of these could represent them coming forward and finally expressing their feelings as well. Now, I do have to say, I feel like you'll understand the love behind the expression, but it might still come across a little bit cold and detached, right? Because if we look at the rose there, it's like a bluish rose, and then we see looks like they're cutting through it with the sword. So to me, this says that even when they do express their feelings, this might have a bit more of a cold, detached energy behind the expression, but I feel like beneath it all, you will know that it is genuine, but this might be one of those things where you realize, okay, maybe the two of you might have different love languages. Past energy on your side, we have the Nine of Coins, so Virgo energy here. So yeah, for some of you, we see similar clothing that the person in the Four of Coins has. So for some of you, this could represent maybe initially, for example, especially if this is someone that you were with at one point and split, could just be saying that maybe initially you were loving the freedom, right? Like, okay, this is awesome, but then we see the reduction from the Nine Pentacles to the Four. So it could just be saying as time's gone on, you're like, okay, maybe initially this felt great, but really I would like to be back in the connection. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is Capricorn energy here, and really that's the same energy that you guys had in the past on your side, just from a different deck. So yeah, this could just be saying that maybe they had that awareness too, that there was holding back of feelings, but again, I feel like this shows that there was a willingness on their part to just let it fall apart, So now technically the same could be said for you, just looking at the artwork too. But to see this at the bottom of the deck, it seems like they might have been the ones who were more willing initially to say, okay, yeah, I know that we have this potential to have something stable, but they just kind of let it fall apart. We'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll look at the Messages of Love Oracle card deck. I did pre-shuffle this deck, but I'm going to give it a few more shuffles. All right, now I'm just going to put the deck down, and what we'll do is cut the deck and pull a card. Take this one here, get this out of the way, and now do the same thing with the Wisdom Oracle deck. I pre-shuffled this deck as well, but I'll give it a few more shuffles. And same thing here, we'll just cut the deck, pull a card. Now I'll get this out of the way, and we'll take a look at the Messages of Love card first. All right, we have self-care. It says clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. So yeah, so maybe actually we do see the resistance on your part, right? Or at least that's how it appears. Like I said, a reluctance to express feelings or even acknowledge that they're there. But this could just be saying that maybe energetically you are meant to keep the focus more on yourselves for the time being, right? We see that with the Nine of Coins too. And this could just be saying, clear your energy field. Maybe that's really what's going on here. And then once that's done with the lovers in the future, then that'll actually move the connection forward in a more positive manner. But see what the Wisdom Oracle adds in the mix. All right, we have Higher Power. There's the artwork, and the number is 4. All right, so we'll see what this has to say. Okay, the relationship message says it's time to address how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power, called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number one priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. So yeah, that's an interesting message there, because between seeing higher power and seeing the self-care thing, saying that, yeah, you know what, maybe it is better for you to just focus on yourselves more for the time being, right? Because maybe if there's some kind of resentment there, right, then maybe that isn't the ideal time to come back with this person anyway. Or again, even if you weren't with them in the past, but there's a reluctance to express feelings, it's like, you know what, just wait till energy is clear, then move forward. Things can move forward in a more positive manner. And I mean, this could even just be pointing to the Venus retrograde that we're currently in. It's currently retrograde in Aries, but toward the end of the month, it's actually going to retrograde into your sign again. So that could be part of what's going on here too. So hope whatever is in here for you guys. Once again, happy birthday. We'll wrap up there, and we'll see you all next month. All right, bye.